Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the biggest show in the world. What is going on out there? It is Friday. I am feeling absolutely incredible. It's my birthday, and I am here ready to rock. What's going on out there, guys? How's everybody feeling today, man? I am by myself today. The dream, as dusty as a friend as he is. Good looking, Playboy. I'm just messing with you, man. You know I love you to death. I know if you could be here, you would be here with me. But he got called into work, man. And my boy, he won't be here today. But I am stacked with guests, guys. I'm very excited about it, kid. I've got one of the biggest shows ever today. Okay, first of all, I've got two guys that I look up to the most, man. I'll tell you right now, man. I got one guy that does this for a living. It's his service. He is the man. His numbers speak for themselves. I got the legendary Scott Matthews that's going to be calling in first. He's going to be batting leadoff. And then I got the man, the myth, the legend, Crush the Bookie, who's been on for 800 and some odd nights, back to back, every single night. Listen, I take days off. This cat never, ever takes a day off, man. And I'm looking forward to hearing what my boy Crush the Bookie has got to say today, because I got news for you, man. This is going to be a wild show, guys. You better be ready. You better strap your seatbelt on, because this is going to be absolute madness. Big ups to everybody that's out there right now retweeting our show for us. Guys, listen, you know what? From the bottom of my heart, I get up and do this every single day, and I love you so much for what you guys do for us. If it wasn't for you, I would have nothing as far as the sports gambling world, because I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have the plays that I do now. I'd probably still be betting stupid, because I wouldn't be, more cautious, because it's just me. You know what I'm saying? But now I could be a little bit more cautious with my money, and hopefully I could spread my knowledge amongst just one person out there. I know that there's a lot more than you, but that's what it's all about here, man. So looking forward to it, guys. As far as the retweet tip, man, I got my man Elvin XL, hashtag SBTV Nation, Sheets, hashtag Fake Fam. I got Holiday, C. Rodriguez Jr., Nicholas J, Triple B, Buster Car, Bluntmaster, Rick Lopez with the hashtag, Sir Mata, Tip Talker with the hashtag, Cousin Pete from the Fake Fan. What's up, buddy? Great seeing you in Vegas. Marco, SBTV, Sports Attacks, Irvin, Ken Reiner, Crush the Bookie, Buddy the Dog, Bengal T, Beat the Clippers, Yodo, Immaculate, Lou Dog with the hashtag, P for Prez, Alex Washington, James Harrelson, as well, just to name a few. Guys, guess what your boy did last night? I killed him again. I got the Nasties to work, man. I couldn't believe that I put that much money on the Nasties. I actually posted it. A lot of you guys called me crazy, and a lot of experts out there were trying to talk me off the ledge. But you know what? I just couldn't do it, man. I had to stick with the Nasties. I just was feeling them last night. And what I did was, when they went up 5-2, I actually popped a live line on the Phillies for $50 just to back it up, just in case the Nasties ended up getting me. So, you know what? I did that, and, some people call it giving a few dollars away, but what I did the same thing with the San Francisco Giants, because I ended up taking Bumgarner, but he was a third leg of a parlay. I ended up going against him with the Arizona Diamondbacks as a live line when they went up after the home run, after it was 4-1. And you know what? Thank God I did it, man. So that's what it's all about here, kid. We are flying high right now. As far as scores yesterday, I will get into those. Let's just see what I got going on Twitter first. I got Tommy King. I got Elvin A. Dude, thank you so much, brother. Elvin XL. I appreciate it. Oh, big time. I did get the over in the San Francisco game as well. My man, Direct Sports Solutions. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? I'm looking forward to seeing you again, bro. We had an excellent time in Vegas. Look at all these people, dude. Listen, you know what? I have Facebook. If Facebook is like crazy, you know what I mean? Because when it's your birthday, everybody knows about it, whatever. But this has just been an announcement on Twitter. Twitter doesn't tell you that it's my birthday, and boom, I get all this love, kid. I mean, it's just nonstop. And Papa Smurf, that photo rules, by the way. And big ups to you on that. Let's see, I got Immaculate out there. I got Clown Man Swag. Triple B, what's up, buddy? Let's see. Papa Bear, damn, bro, I am excited. Starting drinking already. Starting drinking with a little moonshine. So I'm going to start doing that. I hope my bride is ready. She's going to be calling in here in a little bit while Crush the Bookie's on the line. And all I got to say is I got tore up the other night with my bride, and she had to babysit me a little bit. And maybe that may hold true again. So I'm just going to have to warn her while we're out here, man. So what I'm going to do, guys, is, do you want me to recap the scores or not? I don't know, but you know what? You might as well. You might as well see what happened in the world of sports while we're waiting for the legendary Scott Matthews to call in. He's going to be my first guest calling in about 2 minutes. So you guys know the Rangers won, and by the way, I had them too. Just saying. I don't want to sound like my boy The Dream, but I don't gloat as much as he does. But you know what? I have a good time when I win. And I got to be honest with you, I haven't really lost since Saturday. So, Rangers 2-1 over the Penguins. We had the Red Wings surprising the Lightning 3-2. The Minnesota Wild over the Blues 4-2. And the Ducks. A lot of you guys were on the Ducks. They cashed, man, 4-2. So, big ups to you guys on that. MLBs. Let's see what we had going on there. We had the Royals lose to the Twins. Wow. 8-5. We had the Cardinals 4-0 over the Brew Crew. We had the Nasties, as I told you before. They won 5-2 over the Phillies. We had the Rays 4-2 over the Blue Jays. We had the Mets 7-5 over the Marlins. And we had the D-backs final in 12, 7-6 over the Giants. Now, here's the beauty of putting a live line in to get your money out. Guys, that game went into extra innings. You know what I did? I went to bed. I didn't even need to watch it at that point. I say, you know what? Let me get my money out. I'd rather, make a few dollars than not lose my bet. So that's what I did, and very happy to do that. So let me switch this up and get into it. Guys, NBA playoffs are among us tomorrow. I can't wait. We're already banging the books with the hockey playoffs, kid. Now we got the NBA playoffs tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it, man. I know my man Scott Matthews is going to be on here ripping it up. As a matter of fact, do I got my man, the legend, on the line today?
What's up, birthday boy?
Hey, Scott Matthews, kid. Are you still number one on the tracking site, bro?
Yes, I am.
Oh, dude. You know what? Kid, you're always in listen, I go on that site and I try really, really hard, and I'm up I don't know, 10, 15 units. You know what I mean? I can't track live lines in there, obviously. But, dude, you're 200. What are you at? 270? I mean, you're nuts, man. You're number one.
I think the last 30 days we got about 395 units up, hitting some pretty good numbers, real good numbers to be there. And it's just like I said the last time I was on. It's just been a good run. We've just been focused and consistent, and we're building up those units and we're building up the bankrolls at the same time. And now we're coming into the second season of the NBA, the playoffs.
Yes.
Where the intensity levels are going to definitely be way up. Every game means something from this point on, and I've been ready for it. I've been watching these games for several months already. Got about 5 months under our belt, and we're ready to go into this. We got some exciting things going on over here this time of the year over the next probably 60, 80 days.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Bro, you got no idea the kind of love I'm getting right now, man. It's the nation is just on fire, dude.
I know that. I wish the dream was there. I wish the dream was on today to celebrate.
But, that's all right. Him and I will be doing our own little celebration. I can guarantee you that. But, sometimes duty calls, and you know what? That's my man, and I love him to death. And I know that it's probably killing him inside right now that he can't be here. But, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to, to you know what I want to do? I want to get the tracking sites to track my live lines because I want to be sitting right next to you at the top.
Let's do it. I haven't done a live line in my whole career, but I know you guys are big into that stuff. You know me, I'm old school. I just kind of go with the the sides and totals. That's what I've been getting my success with, and I just stick to what works. And it's been working for a long time. But we've been on a great run. I love the NBA playoffs. It's always been a featured product for us over the years. I put in probably more hours over the next couple of months than I do probably during football season, because I just see the value, this time of the year, really building up those bankrolls when April, May, and June. And then you get these guys, built up, and they come back for football, and we just do it all again.
It's awesome, dude. Awesome. What do you?
This time of the year is a great time of the year, definitely.
Definitely, man. I made a lot of money with the player, with the coaches sitting the players in the fourth quarters and stuff. That's where I made my money. I was looking at it, when like Golden State had a big lead and the Clippers had a big lead and all that. I was able to cash on them dogs, live, plus 22, plus all kinds of points, you know what I mean? So it worked out pretty well for me. But I like your stuff because you don't have any headaches, bro. You start right from scratch, right at the beginning of the game with the point spread, and you're laughing the whole time, man. So big ups to you on that.
That's the way I like to do it. I just, it's tough to try to handicap or, get info on the first half or how, game's going to come out, because let's face it, in basketball, especially if you think you got the right side and they start missing shots early in the game and then they pick it up in the second half. I'd rather be in it for the whole game, my opinion. Listen, whatever works for players out there. But my thing is if I feel I got the right side, I want to ride that game all the way to the end. I'm not trying to figure out if they're going to be good in the first half or they're going to come back strong in the second half or vice versa. But for me, I like to play the whole games. I like to get the value of my money working for me for those 2.5 hours. And it seems to work well for us. We've been on a great run. The NBA this year has been tremendous. And I'm really excited about these playoffs because, listen, the intensity levels go up. These games get real physical. Obviously, the refs call these games a little tighter at most times. So it's a different type of strategy when you start doing the NBA playoffs than maybe regular season, even though these teams played each other a few times. But there's all different variables that change throughout the NBA regular season going into the NBA playoffs. And that's what we need to do. That's what we try to dissect and break these things down and really look for all these angles to give us that edge on these games. And that's what makes it exciting for me, because I'm in the game 7 days a week looking at everything I can from A to Z to come up with the best solutions to keep my clients. Again, I'm doing this for a living. I'm not just putting plays out to people for free to be a wannabe handicapper. I am in the game. I do this for a living. I bet my own money. You know me. You've seen me in Vegas. You've seen me in Connecticut. I'm the real deal. I put my money where my mouth is. My sweat's in the game. I'm not here giving people shortcuts. I really work my tail off. I put the time into it. Listen, I'm not right all the time, and there's no one out there that's right all the time. It's just about being consistent. That's really what it comes down to, Rob. It's just about being consistent, trying to get as much quality winnings. Don't chase these games. A lot of guys, they'll play like, for example, on Saturday you got a 12:30 game, and then they'll jump to the 3:30 game, and then they'll go to the 7 o'clock game, and they'll have, by the end of the day, they'll be in action all 4 of these games. I don't think that's the right answer.
No.
I look to find that one game out of those 4 games that really stands out, that I could get my best breakdowns on through all the channels I work through and the experts I talk to make my place even that much stronger. That's how I do it.
Absolutely, bro. And, we talked about this, and there's a lot of guys out there, and, I really hope that you can really take this in and think about what you're doing when you're betting, okay? There's a lot of people out there that just play for the action.
Right.
Okay? Now, that's not what we're about, guys. We are trying to make money. We are trying to get this thing and do it seriously and build our bankrolls. I mean, it kills me. It kills me when I lose by a half a point or I give out something bad or whatever. Dude, I am really trying hard. I'm giving it my all to really try to build this thing up. And, if you want to just be out there just for the action and play every single game on the board and just do all that, to each his own, but that's not how I do it. And, you've been doing this 28 years, so, it's not about the action.
That's not a successful business model, for sure, chasing games. And I've talked to tens and tens of thousands of players over the years. Listen, I've been in this game a long time, so I've spoken to, you name it, kind of player, from the smallest guy to monster players out there. And my advice, I preach it all the time. I've never changed. I don't know why, it seems like a lot of these guys, they just want to be in action. I don't even know if they really want to make money at the end of the day. I think they're just caught up in the action of being in these games. And to me, I think that's just, it's not a good business model. It's a losing proposition. They don't build $2 billion casinos for guys to come in and play 5 minutes or 10 minutes of blackjack. They want guys 4 or 5 hours a day on those tables. They want them in the sports books all day long. They want them everywhere, as much time as you can. And that's why the casinos, from my expertise, because I am a pretty strong dice shooter all over the country. Obviously, I've built notoriety not only by being a big sports player, but also I'm a big casino player. And, I used to get all the perks in the world, but when you don't start playing the time, they seem to take things away. So it's similar to sports. The more games you play, the more they love you. Even the books, they love you if you're playing all these games and all this action. Guys like me, they don't like, because I'm looking to hit and run. I'm not looking to stay around to see, what's coming up next. It's not like going to 5 movies in one day. I go to the one movie, I enjoy it, I get out, and I come back for another day. That's how I do things.
Well, I can tell you this much, bro. Last time you came on the show, guys, by the way, this is the legendary Scott Matthews. Been in the business 28 years. I look up to this dude, man, because I'll tell you right now, he just go on Capertech and look at his numbers. That's all you got to do. Go back a year, go back 2 years, do whatever the hell you want to do. I tried to find negative stuff and be like, hey, what do you got? What's going on here? Just so I could question it, but I couldn't find anything, man. So you know what? Big ups to you on that. That's so hard to do. It really is.
Listen, there's always the haters out there, and I don't worry about the haters, because you know what? If you could do it better than me, you'd be doing it yourself. At least I'm working it. I do this for a living. I'm putting 7 days a week into it. I made the sacrifice over all these years. I'm working New Year's Day. I'm working Christmas Day. I'm working Thanksgiving. I mean, this is what it's about. You got to make a commitment in life to something you enjoy and something that you do right. So I can't win them all. And if you guys are calling me to think I'm going to win 85% of the time, you guys are living in a little bit of a fantasy. You just got to be consistent. You got to how to manage your money. And that's what I do. When I run my private service, I try to take a client and kind of mold them into my way. That's the hardest part, to be honest with you, is getting them to listen to the way I like to do it. But again, a lot of guys like action. I'm not an action guy. I'm looking for that key element to making money. If I don't hit that game that day, so be it. I come back the next day. And, over the course of time, if you play a good system and you know how to work it, on top of it like I am, it's going to work in the long run. This business is not about timing. You can't just pick up the phone and call someone that day and think it's just going to be winners after winners forever. Sometimes there's stumbling blocks. Listen, I start out sometimes with new clients. I come right out of the box and I drop a couple of games, to be honest. But if they stay with me and they give me the fair shot that I need, I turn it around and I make them positive. But you got to do the system. It's all about following a good managed system. If you could do that, you got the patience, and you don't worry about losing a game or two and getting nervous, I'm a service that can work for you. No doubt about it.
Awesome, bro. And what was cool is that, you came on the show a couple weeks ago. And, a bunch of guys, reached out to you on smpicks.com. That's your website, right?
That's correct.
Your website. And they've all hit me up and said that they've been happy with you.
Well, I try to work fair with them. The guys that came from your show, I had some great players, excellent guys. They know my style. They understand that I'm working my tail off. They know, matter of fact, most of them call me directly and even speak to me on the phone. I'm probably one of the only owners in service in this industry that handles most of the players directly. I don't pass them on to other guys representing to be me, or have a staff of guys that's like mini-me's. They deal directly with me. So they appreciate that. They understand, listen, they say, hey, Scott, we know you're not going to win every game. And that is the case. You're not going to win every game. And I'm not the type of guy, if I lose a game or two, where I'm telling them, hey, you got to double up or you got to triple up, because let's face it, that next game might not win, and then you could bury people very easily with that kind of a system. And a lot of players follow that system where they want to double up or triple up after a few losers, thinking that third game is going to be the for sure thing or the fourth game. Guys, it's not all about that. You got to money manage your bankroll. You got to use a certain percentage of that bankroll, and you really got to do this the right way. If not, you're really wasting a lot of time, and there's other things you should be doing with your money than just throwing it away foolishly. That's how I feel.
I agree with you 1,000%, dude. And it's really nice to actually hear that said, because I can't even, there's so many people out there that do it the wrong way. And you know what? I'm just happy to hear that. So
a lot of guys are doing it the wrong way. And I hear it when they come to me because they have their own opinions. And I say to them, listen, if you're going to pay someone like myself for my expertise to manage you, especially if I'm dealing one-on-one. I mean, there's other services I do offer where they can get picks on my website. They can buy picks off Capra Tech. I mean, I don't speak to them. They just do their thing. They go and buy and they get the plays. But especially if they're buying me on a private service, which I do offer out there to players, where I can, basically tailor it to the type of player you are and make it work best for you. So I do offer a lot of great things out there for players that are interested in doing it the right way. And then, listen, for the guys that just want to have action, that's up to them. I can't say anything about it if that's the way they think it has to be. I can only try to teach them to try to do it a little differently, tweak it, play less games, try to play less money, just kind of focus on the premier games where you're not spreading yourself all over town playing like $100 on maybe 4 games where you're still putting up $440 to make, 4 if you went 4-0. I'd rather play one good game for $200 or $300 than put 4 games out there for $100. I just don't know if that's the answer. As far the way I do it, I've had a lot of success doing it with less games and just focusing better dollars into less games.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. So let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Let's talk NBA playoffs, dude, because everybody's foaming at the mouth. We got all this stuff going on here. My boy and Cleveland are the favorite to win the NBA title, which got me kind of scratching my head a little bit. I love my boy to death, but the Cleveland Cavs, I think there are some teams that are very, very good out there. And I did actually, and you guys may kill me for this, but I did lock Atlanta in to win the East at 4-1. $200 pays $800 on that.
They've been playing good all year, Atlanta. I'll tell you, it's right from the beginning of the season. They had a little lull towards the end. They probably got a little tired. Who knows? A couple of bang-ups. But they won their 60 games, which was a big feat for them. And, they're probably coming in. They're going to be coming into the playoffs, I think, very, very focused. I got a good feeling about Atlanta being focused in the playoffs, obviously. Like all these teams will be focused. I don't see any big surprises, to be honest with you. I mean, the 2 key series, it looks like in the first couple of days, obviously would probably be the Dallas-Houston series on Saturday and the San Antonio Clippers series. I would think would be the tough series on the for the Sunday matchups. But other than that, there's some great value out there which I've been picking apart already. I see some tremendous value, so I'm putting out some exciting things for the playoffs, which we'll talk about a little later. That's going to be some key elements to building up some nice bankrolls over the next several days for us.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So you got any one game? Last time you came on the show, you picked the North Carolina game. You picked the total. And you actually told us the range of where the number was going to land, and it landed right in that range.
It landed right on the number, right. 148 to 152, and I think it was 151 or 150 was the total on that Wisconsin,
awesome.
North Carolina game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure, I definitely want to do the right thing. I like to show the confidence I have in what I do. I'm a very confident guy. I mean, win, lose, or draw, I don't, it doesn't bring me down. I bounce right back. You have to in this business. I mean, there's a lot of doubters out there. I mean, I know there's a lot of services and there's a lot of guys on Twitter giving away picks all day long. I mean, if people want all that, that's up to them. I kind of manage it. Obviously, I don't give much away for nothing because I'm working my tail off. I'm putting close to 80 to 100 hours, sometimes more, in a week doing this. I'm in my office right now. I've been here since 7:45 in the morning. So I take my games real serious. It's playoff time. The intensity levels go up. My intensity levels go up. And I'm excited about the first couple of rounds of these playoffs. As far as the first couple of days, yes, I do see one game that I like to leave as a little token game for your audience out there. And I do have some great things going on in the playoffs. But on the first day, I'm going to lean towards the total on the Dallas-Houston game. I think when these teams match up, it's all about running. And I see this game right now. I'm seeing a posted number. I don't know if your numbers are different than mine, but I'm showing anywhere from 209 to 210. And I think these teams can run it up to about 217 to 220 in this game. So, again, it's not a major play, but it is something that I am definitely liking. I like the over and the Dallas-Houston total. Again, I like numbers. I like to buy numbers on games. That's another thing I'm strong on. I don't chase a bad number. If a game is going the opposite direction or going against me, I like to get it to the number that I looked at to get it at from the beginning. So I'll buy a point and a half on some games just to get the number to where I feel it makes the most sense. But on this total, I would say if you can get 209 and a half, keep it under 210. I like this total to go over by about a good 6 to 10 points in this first game. I think they'll come out running, battle of Texas, and I think both teams will put up some points in this game.
It's a pretty good analogy there, man. I mean, the liner's already shot up to 210 to 210 and a half, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, well, these type of teams, they like run-and-gun kind of offenses, and I think they like to score probably every 14 seconds or so. Again, the key is them getting making the baskets and going on those big runs where these teams can score 10, 12 points in a minute, which these teams are definitely capable of running up and down the court. They played a couple of times this year, a couple of games, I think, went under, a couple of games went over, so... I'm liking this game. I'm actually most of the games they played, I think, stayed on the underside, but they scored 209, 211. But I think in the playoffs, the intensity level, these teams are going to want to run and gun a little more. Yeah. So I'm going to take that into the consideration of this game being a high-scoring game more so. So I could see this game definitely popping 216, 218, up to 220.
Makes total sense, bro. Really makes total sense. I mean, you're looking at the numbers here. I mean, I know where they got the number as far as the 210 is concerned because Dallas is, 105 a game where Houston's about 104 a game. That puts you at about the 209. But then you add some factors in, like you say, intensity. Maybe there's a little bit more driving to the baskets, maybe some more fouls, stopping the clock. You know what I'm saying? So I totally feel where you're going with that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not my it's not my biggest play. I've got a couple of games I actually love on the Saturday and Sunday board that I'm going to, give your audience an opportunity to cash in with me because this time of the year I just love the NBA playoffs. I really do. It's one of my featured. I've been bringing it back. I've run a package in the NBA playoffs for the last 5 years, and a lot of my clients, when it comes to this time, even guys that take a break, because a lot of guys sometimes, they play to the football. They'll go all the way to the end of March Madness. They take a couple of weeks off just to refuel themselves, and then they start getting the itch for the NBA playoffs. And I get a lot of guys coming to me and saying, Scott, what's the deal with the NBA playoff package? You've had such great success with it. You're going to be bringing it out. And to answer all them, yes, I am. I've got a 30-game NBA playoff package, and I've lowered it to the lowest price, believe it or not, that I've ever put it out at in the 5 years I've had it out there.
Awesome.
And all the details are definitely up on my website, SMPicks, again, PICKS.com. That's my official website. And I've got some great opportunities for all types of players. See, the key is it doesn't matter if you're a $10 player, $100 player, $1,000 player, $10,000 player. We can fit you into any size player. We have programs that can fit all walks of life together. And again, I can also manage you with private service games, which I could basically tailor for any type of player. So if you guys are interested in some good things that we have to offer, you could also reach out to me directly. I'm here all day long. You could call me at 888-691-0070. I could explain it to you. If it makes sense for you, great. You're under no obligation to me whatsoever. I'm not looking to push anyone to do anything they don't want to do. But if you are serious about the playoffs like I am, I'm going to break all these matchups down. I am going to, have probably this weekend at least 4 to 5 key plays. And I think there's some good opportunities to build some bankrolls over the next couple of months. Birthday boy.
All right. Sounds good, man. So, guys, this is my boy here, Scott Matthews. Bro, you know what? I appreciate you coming on, been in the business a long time, man. And for you to come on the show and be happy with our efforts here, I really appreciate that.
Listen, any time. I love this time, but I love your format. I like the whole thing about what you guys are doing. You built a great audience up. Bottom line is, they need help. Everyone needs good help. Everyone needs good advice. I'm here to do it the right way. I break these games down, like I said. This is all business to me, and if I can help anyone out there, not looking for the haters that come on and they want to complain. If you want to complain, pick your own games and lose your own money. If you want to give, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for guys that are going to bash me about, you come on. If you want to do it, great. If you don't want to do it, it's all fine with me. But anytime we can help you out, I'd love to come on and help your audience make some money. Again, the total on the Dallas-Houston game is a regular play over the 209, 210, and I do have some great plays that you can check out on my website. It's up there right now as far as the 30-game NBA playoff package. I have a special running for Saturday and Sunday, 2-day package for like $39.99. So there's some good things up there, guys, for you to cash in on. And again, have a happy birthday. I appreciate you bringing me on. And anytime you need me, give me a buzz. I'm around.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. You too.
Bye now.
All right, guys. That was, bringing the knowledge on the biggest show in the world. Come on, man. You can't get much better than that. You know what I'm saying? This dude is got a proven track record. So, you know what? Listen, and we come on here. We kid around about handicappers here and there and stuff like that. But, we're not referring to people like that do this for a living. We're referring to the guys that come on and, they want to do it, a little bit part-time and send you 100 games and, take people's money and do all this other crap. And then as soon as they lose, they run away. And then when they win, they want to be, gloating and all that. Listen, you know what? That kind of gives the business a bad name. So, that's not what we're looking to do here. We're looking to get, real deal Holyfield type of guys like that on the line to break it all down. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give the green light to my boy, Crush the Bookie. If you are out there, which I know your rat ass is, give me a call right now on the number that I gave you, and we will have a conversation about, because I know you got a lot of things on your brain. So give me a call, and we will go from there. But, guys, taking a look at this, I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of feeling his total. I agree with the max efforts on these teams and all that. For wishing me a happy birthday, I appreciate that. Kind of looking at it, man. I think we could see that. I think we could see a maybe like a 113, a 105, something like that. But without further ado, let me get my boy Crush the Bookie on the line. Kid, what is up?
What's going on, baby?
Kid. Oh,
time to go.
Yes, sir.
The playoffs are underway tomorrow. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir. Crush the Bookie. Just so, listen, we have a bunch of new listeners, all right? I want you guys to understand who my boy really is, okay? My boy he doesn't get up. He's like a vampire. He's up all night long. But what he does is every single day, 7 days a week, Christmas, New Year's, Easter, whatever, 1 a.m. in the morning, this awesome dude right here, this awesome rat, like I like to call you, he gets up and does a show, bro, for free. Every single day, 7 days a week. Kid, you know what, man? Big ups to you. My hat is off to you. And I hope all you guys listen to him, because I'll be honest with you, I listen to you a lot all the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody who listens, I appreciate it. I do it for the listeners. I do it, because I love to do it. There's no way you can do 836 nights in a row unless you really love to do it. Because there are nights where I go on the radio and I really don't feel like talking, but I still do it because I know people enjoy it and I have a good time with it. So
that's so great, man. That's so great.
That's what it's all about, just trying to enjoy your life, have a good time with it. And it's, you gotta appreciate someone who comes on every single night giving free plays, and I brought other people along with me, like Sheets Money, at Football Money, at Wheat Money, at First Lady NHL, all giving you free plays in all different sports, all for free. And if you have a problem with that, don't follow me, block me, and keep it moving. It's that simple.
That's it, brother. We will get into that little subject in a little bit because I know you got a lot on your brain. But let's talk NBA. What's making you excited right now? I know that you said that you're going to kind of fall back and watch MLB's kind of watch the dust settle a little bit before you really start getting involved with that. But
tonight you got the Tonight I got one MLB play. It's on the Mets. Mets have been on fire all week long. They even ended up, taking this whole series against the Marlins here or the Phillies before the series. But tonight I'm feeling the Mets. Mets are -1.5. Cologne's on the mound against Phelps. Phelps is, Phelps from the Yankees last year. He's a complete bum. I just think the Mets have been playing good enough to get it done tonight. It's not the greatest play in the world. It is the New York Mets. I'm not going to lay -140 money line on that, but I will take a shot on the run line, hoping that they get it done because Cologne looked good against Scherzer on opening day. Cologne looked good in Atlanta. Both his starts were on the road. Now he's home making, the first start in Citi Field tonight. I think he'll be able to pitch and hold it down. Mets looked good last night, scoring 7 runs. I mean, tonight I think they continue to stay on fire and try to add to this winning streak. So I think the Mets are a decent play tonight, but I'm more excited about the NBA playoffs coming up tomorrow and Sunday.
Yes, sir,
so
man.
I would take a small shot with the Mets on the run line tonight, and I would also follow the First Lady in the NHL for your NHL plays. Cousin Peter Ray posted a play in soccer for tonight. Sheets will definitely have a play in the MLB tonight. So there are other cappers in the Big Fan that you can check out if you disagree with my play. You don't have to hate me. You don't have to yell at me. You don't have to get pissed. If the Marlins win, you don't have to come after me and tell me I'm a piece of shit. You don't have to do any of that. I think the Mets are a decent play. They won 5 in a row. They're playing tomorrow. Come on.
Yes.
It's a no-brainer here. Phelps has been garbage.
I love it. I love it.
As far as the NBA, you got the 4 games on Saturday, kicking it off with Washington in Toronto, 12:30 Eastern. 3 of the 4 are on ESPN. The only game that's on ABC, nationally televised, is the 3:30 game between the Pelicans and Golden State. So I have a play in all 4 of these games. I like 2 a little bit more, and those are the 2 that I'm going to give out on the show. So looking at these 4 games today, or on Saturday, tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern, first game, Washington and Toronto. This series is tough because it's the 4 versus the 5.
Yep.
And I know certain players on Toronto, and I know how they're, thinking about this series. So it's a little, people say they know players, but they really don't know shit. So knowing, you know what? I'm gonna just pass on that game and give out the 2 plays I'm going to give out on the show.
That's fine.
I check in at 1 a.m. Eastern this morning. I will have a play in the Toronto game. I already bet all 4 of these games, so I definitely will post what I bet at 1 a.m. Eastern. But the 2 games that I do feel are the nationally televised game with New Orleans and Golden State at 3:30 Eastern. Currently, Golden State's a -11.5. I made it an 11 -120. I think Golden State's going to cover the number. Don't be scared that it's a double-digit favorite. I think they will cover the number, and I think they annihilate New Orleans. New Orleans just had a battle to get into the playoffs.
Right.
Now they got to go face Golden State, who's been relaxing for the last 2 weeks. But Kerr still was playing the starters. I know Thompson and Curry didn't play much in the last game, but these guys are ready to go. I mean, this is everybody's saying, is Golden State as good as their record was all year? Now it's the time to prove it. I mean, it really doesn't matter what you did in the regular season because now is the time to prove it. Of course, yes, records matter as far as seeding, but now you're in the playoffs. You got to continue to win, or it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So Golden State tonight, or on Saturday at 3:30 Eastern, Golden State, I think they annihilate the Pelicans. They played them twice at home already this year. They beat them by, I think one game they beat them by 27. The other one they beat them by 16. They lost to them. I think they're 4-1 this year against the Pelicans. The only time they lost was the last game, and it was in New Orleans. But at home, they owned the Pelicans in the regular season, and I think they'll own them in the playoffs. I think they'll cover the number of 11. So I'm making it -120. All my plays are to win $50. So 60 to win 50 on Golden State, make it a -11. and get it done. I don't see Golden State having any problems with the Pelicans on Saturday afternoon. Check that one out. The other game that I'm going to make a play in, that I'm going to give out right now, Dallas at Houston, 9:30 Eastern on Saturday night on ESPN. Dallas and Houston. Houston is the 2 seed. Dallas is the 7 seed. Houston really shouldn't be the 2 seed with all the injuries they had and whatever. They get into the playoffs. They're the 2 seed. Is what it is. But I don't see Houston getting too far. I already said it on my show that I think Dallas could be the upset as far as, winning a 7 seed, beating a 2 seed. I think Dallas could actually take this series, and I'm going to take them, make them a -6.5 or a +6.5, make it a -130, and get on the Mavs +6.5, -130 at 9:30 Eastern. I think the Mavs will cover the 6.5. They played them twice in Houston this year. Both times the game was a 4-point game. I think the other one was a 3-point game. They were close, tight games. Parsons, I know he's questionable for tomorrow night, but he was in the shoot-around their last game. He's going to play tonight or on Saturday night. He's going to play. So I'm thinking Dallas covers the 6.5, make it a -130, make it a 6.5, and get paid with the Mavs. So the 2 plays I'm going to give out in the NBA, Golden State -11 on Saturday afternoon on ABC at 3:30 Eastern, and the Mavs +6.5, -130, 9:30 Eastern on ESPN. Those 2 should be able to cover. I like both of them. I like Golden State, and I like the Mavs +6.5. I think they get it done. Both of those teams should get it done. I don't trust Houston because of the injuries. Once, when you lose Beverly, you start in every game. Then you lose Demo. Demo was a big piece to that team's success this year. Demo getting hurt and being out for the playoffs sucks because Howard wasn't in there all year. He was out. The only guy who's been consistent for the Rockets has been Harden. And yes, Harden can go off, but if Dallas's 5 starters are clicking, and they haven't been, don't get me wrong, they haven't been clicking, most of the year, but in the playoffs, these guys are legit players. Rondo and Parsons and Dirk and Chandler. These guys can step up and cover this number and win this series. I think Dallas not only covers the 6.5, I think they end up beating Houston and taking this series in the first round. So don't underestimate the Mavs. I think the Mavs are a legit team. People forget that the Mavs won the title not too long ago. And they bring in some new pieces here. Ellis and Rondo and Dirk and Parsons and Chandler. Come on, that's a great starting 5.
Not bad.
Houston, if Harden doesn't go off, if you shut down Harden, Houston's going to have a tough time here.
Oh yeah.
So,
and
Parsons going back to. Parsons played on Houston his first 3 years in the NBA. He's going back to Houston. So I think he would love to beat Houston. I think they'll show up in Houston. I think they'll play hard, and I think they cover 6.5 on Saturday night. Seems nice to me.
Wow.
I don't be surprised if Dallas wins the game outright. But 6.5, they shouldn't have a problem covering it. I don't see them having a problem.
You should have a. They should give you a job over there because I love the way you say. The game is at 3:30 Eastern on ABC.
Oh yeah, because people don't know what channels it's on.
I love that.
On Saturday, to make it clear for everybody, if you didn't hear me, 12:30 Eastern. Washington at Toronto on ESPN, followed up by the nationally televised game on ABC. New Orleans at Golden State at 3:30 Eastern on ABC, and then the nightcap 7 p.m. Milwaukee at Chicago, ESPN Saturday night, followed up by Dallas and Houston on ESPN. So you got 3 of the 4 games on ESPN on Saturday. The middle game with New Orleans and Golden State 3:30 Eastern on ABC. So Saturday they're all on ESPN. Sunday, they probably switch over to TNT or a different network. Probably the early games are on ABC. Yeah, Cleveland's on ABC at 3:30 Eastern. At 5:30, they're not putting Brooklyn and Atlanta on nationally television. Well, they're putting them on TNT. But they're not putting them on ABC. The Nets ain't going on ABC. Hell no, the ratings will go right down.
I know.
As soon as Derek Williams takes his first shot, people will change the channel.
Hey, CB, I got my lovely bride is calling in. Dude, I got my beautiful bride on this morning.
Good morning. Happy birthday.
What's going on, honey? How you doing? I got my man Crush the Bookie on the line that makes you a widow sometimes at night.
Nah, yes.
What's going on? You're the fortunate, lucky lady in Hatter's life.
I am.
Hatter, you're a lucky guy. She sounds like a sexy woman.
Oh, she's very
you.
sexy. She's Puerto Rican. She's got the spice, and you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm blessed,
Really?
man. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, you know, I'm glad that you called, honey, because you know what? For all you guys out there, I think I'm gonna help you guys out with your brides and your girlfriends and stuff like that. Okay? Because what my bride does is, you know, she's really cool. You know what I'm saying? I do the balance whole thing and stuff like that. But she let me, the last 4 nights, play live lines like all night long with a computer looking like a junkie. And she just kind of fell back and just let me do my thing. I bought her a bottle of wine. I fell back. And you know what? So big ups to you, honey, for making, you know, because I made some really good money this week.
Yeah, as long as you get me a nice bottle of wine, I'm good with that.
Oh,
it's a good
right.
trade-off.
Oh,
That's good. You got to have a woman who supports what you do. If you love betting sports and she's cool with it, you got a good thing going there, you know? Like, not too many women will be cool with you betting the games and not paying attention to them. Sometimes they want to bust balls and say, "You're not paying attention to me, Hannah."
you don't talk to me.
Now you have to watch the game. I want to go to the movie. You know, a lot of women will do that. So, you know, it's good when you have a girl who's, you know, down to just, you know, relax and let you do your thing. Because my girl won't let me do that. Hell no, my girl won't let me do that. TV, you're not watching the game. No, you can't take me out. It never ends. It never ends. So you got lucky. You found one.
I do.
You found one of the 1%ers.
Well, you know what? Listen, it's you know, I love my wife to death, and honey, don't get mad, but you know, it's not always peaches and ice cream. I mean, you know, there are times where you know I gotta pull back and you know, get off the TV and all that, and do the balance. But you know, for the most part, she's been really cool. And honey, this weekend is my birthday weekend, so you can't break my balls all weekend.
I know.
All right,
I won't. I promise.
All right. Hey, listen,
next weekend is his 1 week.
He wants to go. I want to go take him to a nice dinner, and he wants to go to like a chill spot. I'm like, okay, that's fine with me.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's definitely a good balance when you get to, you know, the balance is key, like he says.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, honey, I'll let you go because I know you got a very busy day today. My wife is out there killing it in the real estate world. I brought her into the dark side, so she's doing her thing out there. And you know what, babe, I'll talk to you later. I love you, and thank you for putting up with my nonsense with this show all the time.
Keep supporting her.
Of course. It was nice to meet you.
All right, take care.
Nice talking to you.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, CB, I got her handle. She's doing pretty good with it, man. I kind of worked that.
You got to have a girl who supports you. If you don't have a girl who supports you, you're screwed.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Because she comes home, she's busting your balls. You're not betting the game, you don't want to deal with that. Like, come on, you can't. And all these guys out there, I feel for them. The guys who are betting the games, you know, every night, who are in the groups every night with us, they have that. They have those girls who won't stop nagging them, who bust their balls. They come home and they got to listen to that. And then you got to just point to the wall, point to the painting, the hashtag act normal, and tell them take a step back. It ain't that serious. You wanting dinner now ain't that serious. The game's about to end. You want me to clean the bedroom? Ain't that serious? The game's about to end. But no, they got to drive me crazy. They got to always drive me crazy. It's my birthday. Every day should be your birthday, Hannah.
Oh, I like. You know what? I like that. You know what? Send me that in a message so I could forward that over.
Yeah, like next Friday, you go, it's my 1 week of birthday anniversary.
Yes.
You know, 2 weeks. It's my 2-week birthday anniversary. Remember my birthday was 2 weeks ago? You were nice.
Oh, I know. So my man CB, I gotta talk to you about something.
Yeah.
I want to know why, because it seems like I mean, you come on here. You're on, for free. You're doing this 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You're killing it out there doing your thing. Why are all the people so mad at you and us, brother? Why are they so mad? I know. I have a really good feeling why, but I'd like to know your opinion. Why is everybody so mad at the biggest show in the world and the also biggest show in the world, Crush the Bookies show at 1 a.m? What's up with that?
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. This is not something that's new, People always have been, a pain in the ass in real life, on Twitter, wherever you are. So as far as people hating on my page or hating on your page or not liking what we're doing, it happens. You're always going to have people that hate what you do, no matter what you do. If you're doing the right thing, you're making the money. I made people money all of 2013, all of 2014, and they still busted my balls. It didn't matter if I won or lost. Last week, I was up, $370 on $50 plays, whatever it was. And they still, it doesn't matter the outcome of the game. People will hate me if they hate me. People will block me. People will talk shit to me. It doesn't matter. But the main thing is, I think that they see that I'm consistent. They see that I'm winning money. They see that I'm, on the radio every single night at 1 a.m. posting the plays. I got the rest of the fake fans, posting plays for free. Everybody's doing their thing. And they notice that I got followers. I have listeners. And they get upset because they're either doing like a flyby radio show or they're, trying to post some free plays and they don't get it as much attention. If you are on the radio for 836 nights in a row, if you're taking what you're doing seriously, you will get attention. If you're winning people money, you will get attention. But when you come after me or Hatter or anyone on Twitter, when you go after people, that just gives you negative attention. That doesn't make you a big... I got people making fake accounts every week. So, some clown making a fake fan account every week. Somebody coming after me. There was one night, this guy wanted to bust my balls. I block him. He made another account. I block him. He made 7 accounts in like an hour. And he keeps coming at me with the same thing. I said, holy shit, what's going on over here?
Unreal.
It's crazy. But you gotta, after you've been on Twitter for a while and after you've been doing this a while, you know that these people have no life and you know that they're a joke. And you just gotta laugh it off because it's almost comical. I take what I'm doing seriously as far as betting the games. I'm legit with the plays that I'm giving out. I'm betting them. And I'm making money. And I love doing what I'm doing. And my top followers, yes, I take care of them more than the main page. Because those are the guys who've been with me for the last 806 or 36 nights. Those are the guys who are with me every night. Those are the guys that have my back. So, of course, I'm going to take care of the top followers more than, just the guys who want to come on my main page and talk shit if I lose a game. So you gotta put it into perspective. I'm on Twitter every night. I'm doing it for free. I got Sheets doing it for free. I got Lee doing it for free. I got Keith doing it for free. I got the First Lady doing it for free. Sports Better TV, the radio show, comes on Twitter. They give you a service where you can listen to other cappers calling in, talking about their Twitter page or their website or a place that they're selling. Why would anyone hate on that? Sports Better TV is not attacking anyone.
Right.
Sports Better TV is not going after anyone. And for people to go after them for no reason. Listen, the first thing I heard Hatter and Dream say on the radio is they're not cappers. They like betting the game. They like, giving a service for people who are betting the games, having other cappers call in. They're telling you they're not professional cappers. So for anyone to get mad about the plays they're giving out is ridiculous. You don't have to bet those plays. Everybody with a brain knows you don't have to bet the plays. So for you haters out there ripping them and talking shit and this nonsense, it's ridiculous. If you don't like the plays that the Dream is posting, if you don't like the plays that Hatter's posting, don't bet them. It's that simple. Anybody with a brain knows that. Anybody with a brain knows that. So if you don't like the plays, keep it moving. If you like what they're doing, follow them. Bet them. Give them praise when they win. But to hate on them for no reason? There's no reason for it. It's ridiculous.
Well,
and they just keep doing it.
I got news for you.
I've been on Twitter too long. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, when these people go off on me, I just block it and keep it moving because it's a waste of time.
Yes.
I've been doing it too long, and I put too much effort into what I'm doing, and I put too much time into what I'm doing. I reach out to, my friends in my real life, and I talk to them. We talk about plays. We go over the plays. We give out the best free plays that we can. If people don't like it, block us and keep it moving. You don't have to follow us. You don't have to listen to us. You can listen to whoever you want. Okay? At the end of the day, don't listen.
That's
simple.
The problem is that they listen more than the listeners do.
Exactly. They're all.
Use your time blowing all this hot air about the biggest show in the world, because I got news for you guys. I got news for everybody out there that's ever come at me. Let me tell you something. We are not going anywhere. We are growing every single day. There's absolutely nothing you are going to do to stop what we're doing. We are killing it every single day, dude. I got 10,000 followers. You got 10,000 followers. You know what? And that's going to grow to 1 million followers. And you know what? We love everybody because of it. You guys are on the ground floor with it, man. You are with us from day one. We love you. And you know what? That's all I got to say about that. You don't like me? Kick rocks. Go do something else. Focus on making some money with your garbage plays, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
And maybe your plays are dope and they're not garbage. I don't really care. I don't care.
That's the thing. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what their plays are. If you're good, do your thing. Do you. Worry about you. It doesn't matter what your plays are. Nobody sees your plays until you start yelling at me, trying to get a mention from me, trying to get a notice from me. Get the hell out of here. Nobody cares.
You're never gonna build a following. Yeah, you're never gonna build a following by having negativity. It's just not gonna happen.
This is what'll happen. You talk shit, you're gonna get attention for a minute, and it's like Jersey Shore. It was on the air, people watched it, and then they said, "Oh, this sucks," and they fucking canceled the show, and that was it. So that that's what happened. Somebody will get a little bit of attention, they'll get all happy, and then in a week from now, they'll realize, "Oh shit, my show sucks. What am I going to do? I guess I'll just keep talking to myself and hope that somebody listens." That's what happens.
Yeah.
So, these guys out there that are talking shit, take it to the face. Straight up, take it to the face. I don't give a shit. Take it to the face, all you haters. Don't listen to my show. Stop hitting the play button. Keep it moving. The fake guy is 10 levels above you. We don't need to deal with this bullshit. Keep it moving.
Fans in denial, CB. Fans in denial.
They're listening to my show, and then they're copying that. That's what they're doing. It's ridiculous. You're listening to your show, giving it a play-by-play of what happens on the show, saying how much it sucks, and then giving a play-by-play of everything they heard.
Yeah,
it's so pathetic. It's like an after show that sucks. It is. It's an after show that sucks. It's the after show that 2% of the people watch because the main show is over. Okay, that's what that is. Let's keep it real. That's what it is.
That's it, brother. That's it. Dude, man, this has been awesome. Oh, real quick, I wanted to ask you. So, getting back to what we were talking about. So, the NBA and all that, dude. What do you think about my boys overplay in that game, in the Houston Dallas game?
Houston Dallas?
Yeah.
The thing is, when they played in Houston, both games went under.
Right.
So, as far as the over, if Dallas is going to cover this number, and it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to go over. He's saying over 210 is legit. But when they played each other in the regular season, both games were way under 210.
Yeah.
If you take a look at that, I'm not looking at nothing, but I know that because I capped the game.
Yep.
So I'll look at an over, and if an over looks attractive to me, I'll take it. But when they played, I think both games are in the 90s in Houston.
You know what I tend to do?
So now you get the playoffs going, the intensity on D definitely steps up. You don't run and gun in the playoffs as much as you do in the regular season. That's how the teams are going to try and shut down Golden State with tough D. But the Splash Brothers just, they're going to have a tough time stopping that when AD's your best guy and he's down low. I don't know how they're going to stop the Splash Brothers. I mean, you could have you could have a little a running gun in the first half, and they score. They go nuts, and maybe they score 110, and then you need 100 in the second half, something like that. But it could be. I mean, Dallas and Houston, offensive team. Houston puts up points, but I don't love it. To tell you the truth, I don't love it. So I mean. Over, of course it can go over, but I think Dallas plus the 6.5 is the play. Especially if you're looking at stats, If you're looking at stats and you tap the game, I don't see how you can play that over. I mean, they played both times this year, went under. Why is he going to go over in the playoffs when the D intensity steps up?
Well,
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, the guy could be right, but I'm just saying I like Dallas plus the 6.5 a little bit more. I like Golden State minus the 11 a little bit more.
Got it.
So that's the way I'm leaning. But don't get me wrong, the guy could kill it. They could score 230. I mean, those teams are capable of putting up points with the quickies.
Yes, sir.
But I just think Dallas wins this game outright. It could go over. So we'll see what happens. I'm feeling Dallas plus the 6.5. By the point, make it a 6.5 in case it's a close game, because the other two in Houston were close games. One was a 3-point game. I think the other one was a 5-point game. So buy the point, make it a minus 130. Get Dallas plus 6.5. Take Golden State game by 0.5 point, make it an 11. They should win easy. They should win this one going away. Pelicans should not be hanging around in the fourth quarter. Pelicans had a tough road getting into the playoffs. Golden State has looked that good. Golden State is the team to beat in the West, and they're going to prove that in game one. They're going to come out. They're not going to. You think Golden State, after the season they had, is going to want to come out and play a nail biter in game one?
Absolutely
looking
not.
all weak.
No
after,
way.
You know how bad it would look if Pelicans took out Golden State in game one. I don't even think it's close. They're going to want to set an example in game one. You say the series is ours in game one. You step up in game one. Really, the teams that are legit, that's what they do. They put away the garbage in game one.
Yep.
And I think Golden State will do that. I think your boys should do that too with Boston on Sunday. Really?
Oh, my
Cleveland
boy,
is the
yeah.
team to beat.
Oh, well, Boston came and embarrassed them 2 times in a row. I mean, I know he didn't play one of the games, but I'm sure that's in the back of the Cleveland Cavs' mind that, hey,
he did play the one. He
played one game, but he did the second game. He did not play. They sat him.
Yeah.
Remember when they got beat by like 40
really
points?
Count, those because Cleveland was playing for nothing at that point. So those games against Boston, Boston had to win. Cleveland, it didn't even matter. Those games against Cleveland. You look at regular season stats in those games, and it's like, well, the games meant nothing for Cleveland, and the games meant everything for Boston to get into the playoffs. So Cleveland kind of said, you know what, we'll let you get in, Boston. It ain't that serious.
Yeah,
but I think Cleveland, Cleveland, they showboat a little bit. So you could have, as far as the minus 11, yeah, they should make a statement and cover it, but that one I won't take. That one I'm not taking. Golden State minus 11, yes, I'm taking.
Cool deal.
Cleveland minus 11, I'm gonna lay off of it.
Go fall back.
I can't see them losing to Boston at home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, CB, just one thing I want to put out there for the audience, and I don't think this is going to hold true with Golden State. I agree with you on that, but you guys got to remember something. There was a couple of series last year where the home teams came out and were flat. So, don't be going too crazy on these games. And CB, I'm sure you'll agree with me on this. Remember last year there was, I want to say it was the Clippers series, where the away teams were, winning each game.
But a lot of the times if they come out flat, it's because they sat their starters, prior games before going into the playoffs. So I got it. Okay. I could see a team like Cleveland who didn't really play a meaningful game for the last 10 days, maybe coming out a little bit flat. But a team like Golden State, Kerr kept the starters in for a reason. They are not rusty. Those guys were playing, even though they let, I want to say it was Denver or what was it? Somebody came into Phoenix. It was Phoenix who came into Golden State and almost beat them. And I think it was Phoenix who went into Golden State. Remember, we had Phoenix, I think it was plus 13 or plus 18 when Phoenix went into Golden State. So Golden State wasn't going hard, is my point. But they were still out there. They were still putting in the minutes. They were still playing. They were on the court. They weren't sitting on the bench watching. Yep. So I think Golden State is ready to go here. And everybody's looking at Golden State saying, are they the real deal? I know they tilted in the regular season. They look great in the regular season. But it's like Atlanta. They tilted in the regular season, too. They look great in the regular season, too. But now it's time, and I don't think Atlanta will have any problem with the Nets. Don't get me wrong. The Nets are not. Nets can't beat them in the regular season. Nets can't beat them you could spot the Nets 20. They can't beat them. But Atlanta is going to get it done against the Nets. They might sweep the Nets.
I actually have them. I have Atlanta, dude, and I thought this was a really good bet because they're a number 1 seed. And they were 4-1, dude. I put $200 on them to win 800.
That tells you how much of a chance Atlanta has. Because they're the number 1 seed and they're plus 400 for the series.
Imagine that.
And what is that? Just to win the East?
That's just to win the East.
What is it? What's Cleveland? Even money or something?
No, Cleveland's a minus 188 to minus 200.
Wow.
Imagine that. I mean, listen, when if Atlanta comes out,
So basically. You got to think Atlanta and Cleveland play in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, yeah,
and that's basically saying that at that point it's going to be Cleveland minus 300 for the series. It'll be like that. Cleveland minus 300, minus 350 for the series.
You think that much?
Minus 200 now? If they're minus 200 now against Atlanta, they'll be a minus 300.
I would say it depends on how the series go. Like, if Atlanta has, if they struggle in a 7-game series with, Toronto or whoever, and my boy is just running through everybody.
They're playing the Nets in the first round, so I don't think they're going to struggle at all.
You like my Brook? You like my Brook Lopez? You like my Brook Lopez pictures I send you all the time?
I went to so many bars. I went to so many. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I went to Brook Lopez. If that guy would have stayed healthy, his whole career, I mean, he's a legit top 3 center in the NBA if he's healthy. But when he's out all the time, you can't count on him. Brook Lopez is not a bad center. It's just that he's injured too much. So, and even the Nets, now the Nets team isn't that bad. You got Lopez, you got Joe Johnson, you got Darren Williams, who's overpaid. I mean, Darren Williams is one of the worst signing contracts probably in Nets history because they overpaid him to stay. Like he was this great point guard that was going to be the savior to the new franchise in Brooklyn, and he's a joke. You can get that kind of guard anywhere. You didn't have to overpay, Williams to play in Brooklyn. So I think that was a horrible. Even when they signed him, I was like, no, because he was making up his mind. Like Nets were like, oh, we hope Darren Williams signs with us, and he's making up his mind like I might leave. Yep. I was like, please leave, please leave. Get the hell out. He's this great. Commodity to this team. No, he's a piece of garbage. He ain't doing nothing. So Darren Williams overpaid. Joe Johnson, he's the real deal, but it's the pieces around him. Lopez is out too many games. Yeah, they look good to end the season. They had their nice little run. They ended up blowing it against the Bulls on Monday. They could have sealed it up and had their own faith going into the playoffs, but they needed Indiana to lose in order to even get in. So as far as the Nets doing anything against Atlanta, I do not see it. 4-game sweep.
Oh, I actually backed it up. I actually took a couple of. I'm going to post these on Twitter, guys. But what I did was I did a couple of underdogs too, and I put 20. You're going to laugh. I put $75 on the Nets. I put 20 on Boston and I put 20 on Milwaukee, right? And they pay credit.
Right, so just take that money and just rip it up in front of your bride and say, "Here, look what I did, honey. I just threw 75 down."
No, I didn't. No, I didn't, brother.
With the
you know
Nets,
why?
$75 on the Nets,
you know why I didn't?
You lost your mind.
You know why I didn't?
You could have got a happy ending and a cheap massage parlor. What are you doing?
You know why I did it? You know why I did it? Because I play live lines, and I know how to get that money out if it gets in trouble, which I think it's going to get in trouble, but I know what I'm doing, Playboy.
You're going to be in trouble. Wait, that's 70. Wait. 75 for the series or 75 in game one?
75 to win the East. No, I'm sorry. 25 to win the. I'm sorry, 50 to win the East and 25 to win the.
50 to win the East. What are the odds on the Nets winning?
It's 110.
Wow. So what is that? 11,000?
I gotta look at this. Hold on one second.
Let me
pull up.
$25 is what?
Let me pull up my pending wagers.
According to those odds, $25 would pay $27.50 according to your odds.
Let's see.
Is that what it pays?
Account.
25 pays.
I'm viewing the wagers right now and see what it has.
All right. So I'm gonna guess and say 25 paid $27.50.
I got 50 to win 5,500 for the East. So that's 11. I'm sorry, 110 to 1. And then I got 25 for them to win the NBA title, and that pays $7,500. So that $75, I got to kind of watch the live lines and get it out if I get in trouble, which I feel like I'm going to get in trouble at some point.
What live lines are you going to get in trouble? How are you going to get that money out to win the East on the Nets when they get swept in the first round?
If they get swept, I'm in trouble. Well,
if they get swept, you're in trouble. They're not beating Atlanta. You're in your mind.
Well, I have Atlanta, so I'm good. You'll see. You know, watch your boy at work, brother. Watch your boy at work, you rat.
Listen, as long as you got Atlanta, if you got Atlanta, yes, you'll be all right. Because, trust me, the Nets are not winning that series. It doesn't. I don't care if it's 8,000 to 1. They're not winning that series. They will not happen. Atlanta dominates their asses in the regular season. Hell no, they're not going to Atlanta. Yeah, maybe they could steal a game, but to win the series, never. I honestly think it's going to be a 4-game series. The Nets don't even want to be in the playoffs.
This was put in before they started, crapping the bed towards the end of the year. This was put in like a week before. They started really slowing down.
On Wednesday night, you probably got better odds.
I know.
They didn't even look like they were going to make the playoffs.
I know. Well, you know what I did? I put a little bit of money on Indiana just in case they won that game. In a live line. So I have another $17 invested in that. So, but anyway, CB, dude, you got to go to bed, man.
It's bedtime. She's calling me. You come to bed. You've been on the phone with Alice for an hour.
You rat.
Get in bed, you rat.
All right, guys, listen. I want everybody that is part of the hashtag SBTV Nation, I want you to follow this guy. This is my man, Crush the Bookie, okay? I want you to listen to his show. He is the bomb. He's got our back, okay? He's got our back nonstop. I love you to death, brother. You know what? Go out there, get that money, like I always say, and you got anybody to plug before we close out of here?
No, I mean, just the top followers off the top of my head. Mario Martinez, Sir Mata was in there this morning, 55 to win 50, Nicholas J, the Taxi 408, PBA JR. Trying to think of people I was talking to off the top of my head this morning. Everyone in the groups, the top followers.
P for Prez, yeah.
Buster Car Danger, my Rick Ross looking like, Buster Car. Everybody that I'm getting shout outs to every night. Cousin Pete out in L.A. listening in early in the morning. First lady, you got to follow her. NHL. I mean, for a woman that in the NHL, giving you free plays, you got to love it. She was on your show Wednesday morning.
Yep.
So I just try to do what I can, give out the plays that I can, follow everyone in the fake fan because we're trying to make you money. If you don't like what we're doing, just don't follow us. Block my page. Block at Crush the Bookie. Leave me alone. Keep it moving. You don't like what Hatter and Dream are doing, just block them. You don't have to give your 2 cents that nobody cares about. Just move on.
That's it. That's it.
It's like when you walk into the bar and you see that slob and she keeps glancing at you, She keeps glancing at you. You're like, oh, no, she's not looking at me. Oh, no, she's not looking. Oh, look, she's coming over you. Oh, no. Oh, my God. And you're like, please. And then
Keep moving.
And that's what these haters are. They're the slob at the end of the bar staring me down. And I'm like, no, I don't want to sleep with you. No. And then I got my girl, you're sleeping with some slob at the end of the bar. You don't want to come home to me. I'm like, no, I just was in the bar and the slob was looking at me. That's what all the haters on Twitter are. They're all slobs at the end of the bar. And I'm like, I just want to be normal. I just want to post my plays. I just want to hang out with a fake fan. Everybody's got to bust my balls. I don't know why.
Oh,
so anyway,
dude, listen.
Every night, what I am. Don't fake fan.
All right, good deal.
SBTV's balls. Stop busting my balls and let's make some money together. We're doing this for free. At the end of the day, you don't pay shit to listen to me. You get your plays for free, and you made money off of me. So how can you hate? Get the hell out of here with that.
Exactly, man. All right, Crush the Bookie, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the phone call, dude. Can't even tell you how much I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
All
Happy
right.
birthday.
All right, thank
have
you.
Many, many more.
Thank you, sir, very much.
All right, have a good day.
All right, you too. Wow, guys, what? Whoa, what a show, man. That makes me want to have some more drinks up here. Guys, we are rocking and rolling here. And listen, you know what? As far as the baseball card, he's feeling the Mets. I'll put my stuff out there later on Twitter. If you guys want, listen, if you're not on Twitter and you want to email me, I have no problem with that. It's sportsbetterstv@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to send you some of the stuff that I'm looking at, and we can go from there. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:18 right now. I got to have a couple more drinks. I got to do the haircut thing, maybe, do my whole package, and got my assistant here. I got to keep her busy, so feel free to hit me up, and I'll be more than happy. And then follow the dream, follow Dr. Dan. His baseball is on our website, sportsbetterstv.com. He plays all the games. Check out my boy, smpicks.com, Scott Matthews. If you want a real deal Holyfield handicapper, guys, that's the guy. That's the guy right there. And if you like some entertainment and you like some plays as well, my man, Crush the Bookie and his entire camp are the bomb as well. So combining our forces, combining our efforts, all positive, 100%. Guys, we are Sports Betters TV. We are the biggest show in the world. We love you to death. All 179 countries, everybody from there wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. Go out there, go easy, but get that money. Take care.